Hey y'all, it's Grizz here at North Mississippi Windmill Farms. Today on this little thing, what I'm basically going to show you is it's time for me to clean up. Let me get my glasses off so y'all can see me better. It's time for me to clean up my little 22 that I carry in my pocket all the time. It's my little North American Arms 22. That's a 22 Magnum. It's a little revolver. It's got safety features in it that allow it not to go off in your pocket if you set it up the right way. But I love that little gun. It helped me out one time, and hey, if a gun helps you out one time, that's all that matters. It's paid for itself right then, in my opinion. So, but yeah, this actually it's a little big gun that you can actually hide in your hand. Actually helped me out one night. So, but anyway, y'all, time for me to do my yearly maintenance on it. I'm gonna take it down, I'm gonna clean it up and stuff. So I'm gonna show you how to do that on today. All right, so y'all come along with me with another adventure, Windmill Farms, North Mississippi, as we take care of the 22 North American Arms 22 Magnum. All right. Alrighty, this gun is loaded because this stays in my pocket all the time, so the first thing we need to do is we need to unload this gun. Now with this particular 22, there's a button right here at the very beginning. You push that and pull that. That's your cylinder pin. At that point in time, your cylinder drops all the way out on this gun, okay? As you see, there ain't a cylinder one in this gun. Turn it up to get your rounds out. Y'all can see it's cleaned out. We'll clean out inside there. A lot of crud in there. And that's it. Alrighty, y'all. All I did was I just took the side plates off where y'all couldn't see it real quick. The grips, side plates, whatever you want to call it. It's a simple screw. You just unscrew it. They come right off. Now, I'm going to turn this. We have this spring right here that's back here. That's a round spring. And then you have the flat mainspring. We're going to take that flat mainspring out next. Okay? Now, I'm going to use... I don't have my good pliers up here right now. All this takes is a little bit of pressure to put pressure against it. And to pull it out. Now, the other spring, can you see it? I'm leaving that in right now because everything that I've ever done on this gun tells me if I take that out, when I take the side plate off, I lose a little B spring in there. I'll have to get to the point when I can show you. But, y'all, that's just your mainspring right there, okay? We're going to put that up here. Now, if you ever look at the way I lay stuff out on my table, I lay stuff out as it comes out of my gun. I don't care how many times I've taken the gun apart. I always lay everything out so when I go back in the direct order. Now, we're going to take the side plate off. Y'all remember how we took the side plate off on the 357? Very similar. We're going to take this off. However, unlike most other guns I've ever had, this one is a reverse thread. So instead of going left to loosey, we're going to go right to loosey. Okay? Just remember, because you don't want to screw up these threads, make sure that your screwdriver fits in there well. Okay. Now I'm going to go, alright, I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to try to get it in there. See this slot right here? You're going to use it and the slot back here in the back. Basically what we're doing is just like we did with the 357. You kind of just want to pop it up. And I popped it up. See how the side plate's starting to come loose? Then I just come to the back side. And I kind of pop that up too. Alright. That's your side plate with your screw. We're going to clean the inside of that. I'm going to lay the screw next, the side plate behind that. Now, this is the little S hook that you don't want to lose. And the other two parts already fell out before I could get it out to show you properly, but there is a small actual threaded, it's not, I don't think it's threaded, I think it's just a pin with a cap on it. Affirmative, it's a pin with a cap. And the little bitty spring that goes with that cap. Okay. Now what I'm basically trying to do is, when I get it out, I'll show you. Alright, I'm trying to get that little bitty pin out next, because that pin goes with that to hold it in place in the handle right here. And now the little bitty trigger at the bottom down here has got a spring in it too. The trigger itself just pulls off after I got the trigger spring out. And y'all, part of the reason why I cleaned it all the way down, see that lint and stuff that's in there? Now, if you look at this, all you have is just a frame. There ain't nothing else. There's nothing else to come off. There's nothing else to let go. To me, these are probably one of the easiest guns to disassemble. I don't know why so many people have issues with them, but they do. But y'all, it's one of the easiest things you could possibly take apart and put back together. So I'm actually going to clean this up. I'm not going to show y'all how to clean it up, and I'm also going to buff it. It's been in my pocket a little while, so I'm going to buff it up and kind of put a little bit of shine back on it, and then we'll come back for the reassembly. Alright? Alright, y'all, I got the gun cleaned up, buffed up. Like I said, I wasn't going to show y'all that. So now it's time for reassembly. The first thing we're going to do is basically we're going to put the spring in. Now, the spring I'm talking about is this one right here. It goes inside your trigger. There's a little hole for it. See where I'm talking about? That goes against the back of the gun. Once I get it in place, I will show you. Alright. Let me see if I can find that D10 again. Alright, notice how the spring is back here, so that if you put pressure on that trigger, it returns it forward. Alright? That's as simple as that is. Now, we're going to put the other piece in here. Now, remember that had the little bitty pin in it that goes back here in the handle. What I like to do is I like to get it fit in there first, okay? And then I'll take the pin. I'm going to do this with pliers so y'all can see me. And I'll put it in the hole. And I basically move this back and forth just a little bit, and you'll feel that pin drop down in that hole. Okay? Now, you put this back under pressure just by simply sliding it in like so. Now, right now, we have the trigger part, and we have this. Now, we're going to take the trigger itself. Now, remember when we pulled this out, you had a little bitty small pin and a little bitty small washer, spring come out. On the right-hand side of the trigger, this is actually what is the firing pin that actually strikes the back of the 22. This is the top of your hammer. On this side here, you notice this small hole down here. We're going to first put in the pin, the pin has a head on it. The head goes up. It's what keeps it from coming all the way through, okay? Put the head in, put the spring in. Now, most folks want to tell you that you got to try to hold this and turn it upside down. I don't do that. I basically turn the gun upside down. I slide it in underneath that other pin that I was telling you about that we already put in. And be careful here because you can lose this spring. And what I do is I go in and I basically lock that hammer in place. Now with me holding everything, I'm going to turn it back upside down so that we can work on it again. But that basically has your spring and your pin in place. Okay, I'm going to try to hold this all in place so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look down, sorry, it's a little hard to do upside down. There's your pin and your spring is on the back side. You know the spring's there because when you push down on this spring, on this pin, you feel it come back up, and like I said, the head keeps it from coming out. Alright, now where am I at? There we are. Now I'm going to pick that up just a little bit because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in the cylinder advance and the S-spring. Now the cylinder advance goes in. Now before I put it in, I want to show y'all something. If the camera will pick up, I don't know if the camera will pick up on it. It's kind of small. If you can see, and it's not going to, there is a groove in the back of this, okay? This spring will fit in the back of that groove when this is all assembled. So when I'm telling you this has got to go down in there, you'll know where I'm talking about. Now, this goes back in. Now there's a long arm and then an S-curl. The long arm's got a spot in the trigger that it goes into, okay? Put it in there. Now this is where it gets a little tricky because these are little bitty springs and everything is real small in this gun, okay? And this is one reason why you'll hear a lot of folks say they will not take this gun apart, okay? Now basically what I'm going to do now is and it didn't do what I wanted it to. Alrighty. I'm going to have to turn it around a little bit. What I'm basically doing is I'm keeping pressure on everything at one time up here at the top. And you know what? Getting the spring in might take you a couple of times. I know it always does me a couple of times to get it to sit in there just right. Alright, now that it's in there, here's the tricky part. We're going to try to get this plate put back in there, okay? And what you got to do is you got to do just what I'm doing here, and that is hold everything down. I do mean everything, and the spring just popped out. But it's not a problem. Like I said, this sometimes takes a little longer, okay? And I lost it again. I'll come back when I get it all the way in. Hey y'all, it's Grizz here. If you notice, I don't have the same shirt on. Trying to put this thing together last time. When I took it apart and was putting it together, if you see them springs in there, I think I showed it before. It's called a handspring. It goes in here, and it's what actually, as you pull the hammer back, it's what comes out. And it's the lever that pushes the cylinder around for you. That thing popped out and unfortunately hit the ground. It popped out on me 2 or 3 times. I found them 2 or 3 times, and toward the end there, I couldn't find it no more. So I had to order some more. Had some come in, ordered them from North American Arms, straight from them, $3 a piece. I actually ordered a couple of extras just in case I needed to. Also in case any of my friends that have got them need to use it too. Finally got it back together. I'm sorry that I didn't show it to you because I was trying to get that spring to stay. All I did was put that spring in there like I was showing you, put this block on there. Then what I did was I put the main spring back in there. You just slide it all the way to the bottom, and then you, right here, you just put a little pressure on it and get it back in that little notch that it's meant to go in right there. If you can see the notch, okay? That's all I did. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the grips back on it. That's nothing extraordinary. And then I'm going to put the cylinder back in it. Matter of fact, you can probably watch me put the cylinder in right here. I've always found quarter cock works best with this. As you can see, it's in there now. So I'm going to take these grips that I've got, I'm going to throw them on there real quick, and we're done putting this back together. I might actually take it out today and shoot a little bit. We'll go out there and shoot a little bit and show you us doing it out on the range. So sorry I didn't get the actual footage of it. Like I said, I'd already showed it to you. It was a practicality of me getting it to go right, to get it to go in there. But as y'all can see, it goes up, it fires, it's doing everything it's supposed to do. This is fun tearing this down. I got to thinking about it. This hadn't been torn down since I bought it originally in the early 90s. So that tells you how long this thing's been there in my pocket. And I've cleaned it as far as cleaned the cylinder and cleaned the barrel, but as far as taking the side plate off of it and cleaning all the way up, I had done it for some other people. I had not done it on my gun, and just for the purpose of making a video, I decided it was a good time. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. We'll probably go out and you'll probably get some footage of me here shooting in a minute. So let's go on out to the range and get that done, alright? Hey y'all, we're down here at the range. We're going to do a little fire here on this North American Arms 22 mag. This is the little mini. I've had this one for, God, only 20, 25 years probably or better. We just put some little light rounds in it. We're going to shoot it right now. So y'all come on and watch me. That's a fun little thing. To load it back up, you're basically pulling the pin, quarter cocking it, dropping it out. Now, the reason why these guns are made the way they are, your pin is meant to help you knock your rounds out when you're done. Alright, load her back up, and you're ready to fire again. Start.
You're good.
Hey y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video today of us taking the 22 mag and putting it back together. Sorry for the delay on putting it together, but I had to get the springs in, and then the just a little bit of time we took it out to the range and shot. Hope y'all enjoyed it. As always, I'm going to ask y'all to give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Please comment, as I've told you before. I love answering y'all in your comments. And if you want to know about any videos in the future, hit that little bell. That way you can get notified when we got more videos coming out. So y'all, I'm going to let y'all know that I had a blessed day, and I hope you have a blessed evening. And as always, be safe.